Why are you so comfortable with the fact that a small group of people is running our world? Okay, this question is coming because I usually mention in the videos that we are being controlled by a small group of people. There's no reason to give them our power. There's no reason to judge. Just see what you can do with your life. Okay, now the answer to the question is, I'm comfortable with it because I have seen the bigger picture, or at least some of the bigger picture. You can never really see the whole thing. One reason I'm comfortable with it is because the opposite would be me giving them my power, by judging them, by getting angry, by feeling frustrated, by feeling powerless, that there's nothing I can do because there's a group of people controlling everything anyway. So I simply chose the other way out. Hold on to your power and do whatever you want with your life within the constricts, is that a word? Within the laws that exist. That's one reason. Another reason is, let's go to the beginning. Humans are not really that civilized. We are still animals in so many respects. And there was a group of people that were a little more intelligent than the average person. And in their conversations, they asked each other, how can we civilize the human? Or how can we create an orderly society? Or how can we organize our society? Of course, in order to do this, you had to brainwash the humans. You had to tell them certain lies, convince them of this, and then you could create a more orderly society. I mean, we can go from civilized to savages in a matter of minutes, because we are still partly animals. We are still a part of Earth. Yes, we are expressing more and more soul. However, our bodies still belong to Earth, still belong to nature. And nature on Earth is about survival and about animal instincts. And we have this. Now, back to this group. Like everything that is successful in the world, it eventually becomes a victim of its own success. This group of people, they used to be all men. Now there are women in there too, but they used to be all men, so I will use the word men. This group of men became drunk on their own power as they were becoming more and more successful. They divided the planet and they started to play different games. Their games went to other levels as well. It wasn't just, let's civilize the humans and let's create organized societies. And then this whole thing that they were trying to accomplish got a life of its own. And now they are no longer trying to civilize us. They simply went into control mode. And they are competing who's going to control the most people and who is going to manage to convince the most people of their lies. But this is not how it started originally. It's like corporations. Small companies always provide a need. And then once they have provided the need, the company does not want to die. So then it tries to convince us that we need more of this. We need more food. We need more clothes. We need more shoes, more cars, more houses. Because once you have provided the basic need, you would then have to close the company. Would you close the company if it were yours? You would not. You would simply try and figure out ways to sell more, to continue your company and to continue growing your company as well. But in order to do this, you need to convince your customers to buy more. So it's not that the corporations are evil. They're simply lying so that you can buy more of the stuff you don't need. And instead of you asking yourself, do I need this? Or do I need so much of this? No, let's blame the corporation who is tricking me into buying it. That's how it is with this group of people that are running the world as well. Their original intentions were what we would call good. There is no good or bad, but I have to use this word. Their original intentions were for the good of mankind. And then it just took off and it went to a whole different level. And they simply don't want to give up their company, their corporation. And the biggest reason we are blaming them so much these days is because we are going through financial difficulties. We have had people tell us about this group since the 50s, but no one was listening. In the 50s, we were buying refrigerators and televisions and cars. Who wanted to listen to a story of how we are being manipulated by a small group of men? In the 60s, we were buying houses. The same in the 70s. In the 80s, in the 90s, all these decades, as long as we're making money, we don't want to know about the small group of people that is running the world. But once the money stopped, or once we had bought so much without money, by borrowing money, that's what I mean without money. Without money we have. Once we had over-borrowed, and we put ourselves in debt, so much debt that our grandchildren might still be paying off our debts. Now, let's put the blame on someone. Yes, it is this small group of people that is running the world. Yes, it is. And they have a lot to do with it. But they always did. You never complained before. And even today, many people are not complaining because they still have it good. They are still making money. The ones that are not making money are complaining about this group of people. So, you can complain about the group if you like, but be honest. Ask yourself, would I be complaining if I was still making a lot of money? Or would I be complaining if I had everything I wanted? Just ask yourself. And then you can complain, but you will be clearer. You will be more aware, and you won't just say stupid things like, they are the reason I am poor. No, they are not the reason you are poor. That group of people has actually brought billions of people out of poverty. Yes, they became super rich, but they did bring billions and billions of people out of poverty. This does not excuse what they do, but they are not the reason you are poor. So try and find out why you don't have money, and then point the finger. Because if you ask questions about you, the finger you are pointing is slowly going to start turning towards yourself. We are the only person responsible for us. No one else. Let's say that this group of people, because really they are not that many, let's say they all had a heart attack tomorrow and they all died. Do you think your life will change? Do you think you will have what you want after this? You won't. Something else is blocking you from having what you want. So look for this something else, and this way you can accomplish so much more. I will leave it at this.